Hello and welcome back to goldstocktrades.com. Today we have a new and special guest with us, Ken Berry. Ken is president and CEO of Northern Vertex, which can be traded as NEE on the TSX Venture and as NHVCF on the OTC. Thanks, Ken, for being here with us today.
Jeb, thank you very much for having me on. This is a great opportunity to be able to tell your listeners and readers about Northern Vertex and our project down in Arizona, the Moss Gold Silver project, which we're looking to put into production in 2017. And we've really got this project well underway with our exploration and earthworks and mining activities to date. So we're very excited about that.
Yes, Ken. And when I was first researching the Northern Vertex story, although there's never an easy bet in gold mining, it really helps to find those few unique situations which are on the verge of production. There's very few companies that make it this far. So can you tell us how you got here and where you're at and what a unique situation this is?
Well, Jeb, as you pointed out, we are in a unique situation. We've conducted numerous activities over the last 5 years to put this property into production. We've drilled over 450 drill holes. We've conducted a preliminary economic analysis, a feasibility, and most importantly, we've done a test mining where we produced 4,000 ounces of gold and 20,000 ounces of silver. And this test mining has really de-risked the project as we take it into commercial production. So that's something that's unique and is very unusual in the mining industry. You don't see a test mining or a pilot facility of the size and scope that we conducted in order to de-risk this project.
At this stage, it's a very interesting time because a lot of junior companies, as they get closer to production and as they get closer to cash flow, begin to attract, different sort of investors. Talk to us about this stage that you're at and the potential as you get closer to cash flow for investors to see some new interest in the company.
Well, as you've stated, it's unique to have a project go to production. It's might surprise your listeners to know that it's one in thousands that actually make it from exploration stage to production. And so for us to be on the doorstep of production, this is unique, and it offers various investors and groups that are interested in a project at this startup stage. Really offers an opportunity to get some insight and to be part of a producing story which is based in the U.S. And so, again, we're just extremely excited to have the opportunity and to be this close to production.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. Talk to us, Ken, about your location. I know you're near Bullhead City, Arizona. Maybe you can give some of us who are U.S. residents who are not near the Southwest a little bit location where Bullhead is and what it's like mining and building a mine in Arizona.
Well, when you talk about location, this project, the Moss Mine, is really has that to its advantage. We're an hour and a half south of Las Vegas. We're 3.5 hours west of Phoenix. And what does this mean for a mining project? What it means is lower capital expenditures. It's reduced inventory that we have to carry because we can actually truck items or inventory in when needed within a day's notice. It also allows us to be close to a city that you've named, Bullhead City. This center has a population of over 45,000 people, so our mining staff can work close to home, is 20 minutes from the mining site. So we don't have to build an expensive remote mining camp. Our employees are able to live right in the city and in the town and with their family. So employee retention is a big advantage when you're talking about mining.
Ken, when you're looking at all these mines and when you're going into production, one of the things that you look at as an investor, what is it going to cost to build the mine? Because these large cost mines have been very risky to some of the larger miners, but this cost to build this mine is pretty low from what I remember from the feasibility study in maybe the mid 30 million, 35 million price range. Can you talk to us about that unique low capex situation?
Well, in terms of a mining project, you've really pointed out something that's important, and that is the capital expenditure. The Moss Mine, it has a capital expenditure of $33 million to put it into production. It's not a large project, but it's a very profitable opportunity. At $33 million market capital expenditures, we've got an opportunity to put this mine into production and have one of the strongest returns in the marketplace. Our feasibility study is calling for a very high rate of return, and this lends itself well for an initial startup gold project like Northern Vertex.
Well, I think according to the feasibility study, you're going to do what about the goal is to produce about 40,000 ounces annually?
We're going to do we'll do about 42,000 ounces per year, and that'll give us a return with our tax benefits that we have in place of pretty close to 50% internal rate of return, which is just exceptional for a mining project. And so,
and the cash costs are going to be, I think, from the feasibility study, were pretty low, like even below 700 an ounce. So yeah, that's some of the lowest costs in the industry.
Well, in terms of cash costs, we're just over $415 per ounce. All-in sustaining costs were about $668. So this is exceptional for a mining project.
When I was when I was researching this company, I almost believed it was too good to be true, and so what I looked into the permitting and the support, and what really attracted me was the attendance of Governor Brewer and the support at a recent ribbon cutting ceremony at the mine. Can you talk to us about mining in Arizona, the sort of economic benefits this is going to create, and the support you have locally?
Well, as you pointed out, with our test mining facility, we had over 350 people at the luncheon. That was sort of the opening affair for the test mining. We had Governor Brewer there cut the ribbon at the event, and we've just ingrained ourselves within the local community and with the stakeholders. We've started up geoscience programs in the local high school, and we've also helped out within the town of Bullhead City at being one of the key organizers with a heritage center. So it's an area of Arizona that is very pro-mining, and we're happy to be there and create employment in the area.
And you're starting construction you've already started construction. I know that you've signed the earthworks. So talk to us about what's going on right now at site.
Sure. We have Golder and Associates, which has done our waterworks and also our planning for the heap leach process. We also have M3 out of Arizona, which is a major engineering firm, one of the leaders in the U.S. at putting gold projects into production. And we've hired Dagerstorm to do the earthworks and the contract mining for the site. So Dagerstorm is well underway now with equipment on site, has commenced earthworks, And in addition to that, we're also doing some additional exploration, and that's through a company called BDW, which is active. So we're certainly well underway on site. Activities are progressing, and every week we're seeing changes to the site and getting closer to that production goal.
Ken, what was amazing to me, and you're beginning construction on a gold mine in Southwest U.S. in Arizona, and you've only issued less than 100 million shares. Talk to us about how management and the shareholders that you have were able to do this.
Well, during a time in the marketplace that was very challenging for many gold projects, we were fortunate because of the strength of this project to be able to attract funding, and this funding has been put into Northern Vertex at prices ranging from where the market currently is in the 40 to 45 cent range, all the way up to $1.15 to $1.25. We've had an investment of well over $20 million between $1.15 and $1.25. So what that's meant is minimal dilution to the company. And as you pointed out, we're now sitting in around 100 million shares outstanding, and we're moving toward that production goal. So that's unique for a company to be able to manage that dilution and keep it to a minimum. So we're looking forward to very, very interesting times, and as we see some more interest come into the precious metals market worldwide.
Ken Berry, President and CEO of Northern Vertex, which can be traded as NEE on the TSX Venture and as NHVCF. Thanks so much for being here with us today, Ken, and for giving us an introduction to this exciting near-term production story.
Jeb, thank you very much for having me on and enabling me to tell your listeners and just speak to them about our Arizona project and this gold mine opportunity that's going to production in 2017. So we're very pleased with that and just happy to be on.
Thanks, Ken.